All right, everybody. For the people that don't know, my name is Joey. Most people know me by Snow Rock. Snow Rock is a white crip that spent most of his life incarcerated. I spent over 20 years in the California prison system. I've been in and out of the, the the system since I was 9 years old. That was my first offense. I started telling my story about the Snow Rock, how the name came about. It all came about when I caught my first adult case. I was 19, and I was fighting armed robbery. I was going to trial. So being a white crip and in a jail, any jail situation in California, you're gonna have problems because the way the system is set up, is racially separated, segregated. So it was some problems. But just if you haven't seen this channel before, check it out. I got a bunch of other videos that go back to the beginning of how Snow Rock, you know what I'm saying, came about, and when I first went to county jail. And this is like the ninth, number 9 in this little series. But go back, check the other ones out if you haven't. You know what I mean? But while you there, hit that like. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up, everybody. Let me get a subscribe and share. You know what I mean? Share this with somebody. Somebody might want to hear this. So it's 1991. I'm in Southbay County Jial. This is the high power tank. This is like where the people go with armed robberies, kidnap, murder, and those are the people that I'm surrounded by. So I'm a youngster, but yeah, I mean, I'm not new to the system or none of that. So I know how to handle myself, and I know how to survive. Plus, growing up the only white boy in an all black neighborhood, I've been fighting all my life. So that's nothing new. And violence is power when you're, incarcerated. The more violent, the more power. It's not always a good thing, especially for your, mental well being. But that's the way it is. So let me get back to the story. It's 1991. I'm in Southbay County Jail. So now, for the people that don't know, it's a 2 tiers. It's the first floor and the second floor. On the second floor, at the top, they have a TV area with a table, so people can sit up there and watch TV. Then downstairs, they have the big TV, in the TV room. So the big TV, it's ran different days, different races get to control the channels. The upper TV is basically up for grabs. And I kind of moved into this area because my bunk was, on the top tier right next to the TV area. I was the last cell, and then it's the TV area. Then there's a steel door that goes to another tank that's exact opposite, of us, and they're on the other side of the door. So if you sit by the door, you could talk to people through the door, and this stuff passes back and forth. But you know how it goes. So because my cell was up there, I kind of, staked out that area. And, after being in that tank for so long, that became, my little safe zone. And, the phones were downstairs next to the big TV area and a whole bunch of tables. From up here, I could see everything, except under me in the TV area. But it was cool, so that was my spot, That's where I had set up shop. And as time went on, different people come and different people leave, and more new people come and different people leave. And it got to the point where, I seen all kinds of people come. It was some weirdos too. it was a It was a white boy, and he was kind of biker. Oh, I already told you the story about pineapple. So there was another dude. This dude's name was Koolaid. Kool-Aid was like 6'5", dark black, you know what I'm saying, like blurple purple black. And he had a high top fade. So he's already tall, it makes him look bigger. You know what I mean? But he looked kind of like a black group. But Kool-Aid was cool, the dude, he was country. And he had came out here with the Navy. Something had happened and he had, you know what I'm saying, fucked up. But he fell in love with the Crip lifestyle and fell in with some, you know what I'm saying, keyways. And he was cripping. So, you know what I'm saying, when he got into the tank, he told everybody his story. He didn't have a hood, but he was just, you know what I'm saying, he just with this Crip shit. And it was like, okay, you know what I mean, we don't know this dude, you know what I mean, so until further notice, cuz, you know what I'm saying, cripping, and I've seen this before, how somebody, you know what I'm saying, from somewhere else comes and just, you know what I mean, comes in this area, falls in love with the, you know what I'm saying, the lifestyle or whatever, just starts banging and just, you know what I mean, and it is what it is. But like this dude, he didn't have a hood. He didn't, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't a San Diego Crip. He was just a Crip. And he didn't have you know what I'm saying, it was just Crip on his. And he represented and he was solid. You know what I mean? He was a cool dude. So I bring him up because you know what I'm saying, he was there and something happened, you know what I mean, it was over the phones and it was a racial issue with Kool-Aid and a Mexican. And you know what I'm saying, we had already heard about it, so we were downstairs because we, you know what I'm saying, expected something might go down. And you know what I'm saying, a riot happened with the blacks and they were the Border Brothers. There's if anybody that's been to county jail in San Diego, you got the Border Brothers and you got the Southsiders. You know what I mean? Which they're two different groups, but they will still come together and whoop your ass because it'd be a lot of them. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. And when one go, they all go. It ain't no, you know what I mean, ifs, ands, or buts about it. And usually when they go, they know they're going. So, you know what I'm saying, they coming with tactics because, you know what I mean, one time, you know what I'm saying, I heard the story, you know what I'm saying, that they came through and they closed doors, because in the daytime, you can have your cell door open. And you could be out in the day room, you can go in your cell and close the door and lock the door, stay in your cell, whatever, you know what I mean? It's up to you. So there were people who had their door open that was in their cell and they went by and slammed and locked their door. They were there just to lock these dudes in. You know what I mean? Because this was the gambling cell. You know what I mean? Because it's usually, you know what I mean, people in there that's hustling and you know what I mean, in jail, you know what I'm saying, envelopes are cash money. You know what I mean? Stamps and envelopes, that's cash money. But you got food, top ramen, you know what I mean? The little, you know what I'm saying, whatever else they got, cookies, crackers, chips, however. All jails have a different canteen with different items, you know what I mean, food items and you know what I mean, all that is cash money. You know what I mean? Same with lotion, shampoo, toothpaste, deodorant, soap. All that is cash money and people will gamble off all their stuff. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not good at gambling. I get, you know what I'm saying, I like to win. The house always wins. So I find a way, you know what I'm saying, to, you know what I mean, because, you know what I'm saying, I ran the gambling shack, you know what I mean? And when you know what I'm saying, in that position, you got to like, say if everybody's shooting dice, every time somebody rolls a 9 or a 5 or a 3 or a 4 or something like that, you pick one number. And whenever that number comes up, you take one chip. You ain't gambling, but you got to make sure that the people in here, they going to get paid. You made the chips, you set everything up. People will counterfeit chips on you. It's a whole bunch of, you know what I mean? you at the bottom of the bottom. You know what I mean? You in county jail. So everybody, you know what I'm saying, it's at times, I was, you know what I mean? I was a hustler. So, you know what I mean, I did all kinds of things. And I gambled on my ass a couple times because I couldn't pay. But you know what I'm saying? I knew I was gonna win. I'm gonna make sure of that. So, you know what I mean, if I'm gambling to win. That's But that's why I don't like gambling with my homies. I don't like, playing and yeah, nah, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna do that. Because it's gonna be bad business and I don't want that with mine. But as a hustle, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I've done, you know what I'm saying, I'll do whatever, but it's because I can enforce it. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying, you put your money in, you get a certain amount of chips, you all shooting dice. I'm just sitting there, you know what I mean? Every time the number comes up, I pull my one chip out. End of the day, I count up all my chips, take my money out off the top. That's my money. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying, who else, whoever got all the chips, you know what I'm saying, y'all can, you know what I'm saying? And that's you know what I'm saying, if somebody's running it, because sometimes it's just wild, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. And I done seen people come into the gambling shack, you know what I'm saying, shoot dice and and leave out with nothing. And they didn't even lose. End up leaving up out there with a black eye. Somebody done took your shit. Okay, I apologize, but it's that's really what happens. When you in situations like that, you got people that's hungry that ain't got nobody that's sending them nothing. I ain't got nobody that's sending me nothing. I ain't got nobody looking out for me. I'm here, you know what I'm saying, to get what I need by whatever means necessary. And if you got that, then I'm gonna need some of that, and we can make it easy or we can make it hard. So I adapted. I've always been a hustler, and I learned. You know what I'm saying. A long time ago. You know what I'm saying. If you want something, you got to go get it. If you expect somebody to give something to you, you wait, sit there with your hand out, and let me know how that works out for you. Because you know what I'm saying. I don't have the patience for that. I'm gonna go get it. I'm the can't stop, won't stop guy, and that's because I'm blessed by the best, and praying for the rest. So anyway, this all happened, you know what I'm saying? So we downstairs, and then when the riot kicks off, you know what I mean? We kind of knew it was going to go down. So we was ready, and we, you know what I'm saying? We fighting, and it was bad because we were outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? We were really outnumbered. They were little, but they were a lot of them. And I saw Koolaid, and it was like a herd of Mexicans around him. It was like 8 of them around him, and you saw him standing the black flat top, came missing, and then a trash can go flying by. Who is gonna hit? He the only one standing up. Everybody else is below his chest. But you know what I mean, it was wicked, you know what I mean, because you know what I'm saying, you don't have, it ain't like you got, you know what I'm saying, real weapons. It's homemade, make what you got, you know what I mean, after, you know what I'm saying, it all, you know what I'm saying, was said and done, because, you know what I'm saying, we were lucky, you know what I'm saying, no one died, no one, you know what I'm saying, got really hurt, you know what I mean, I had a pencil stuck into my shoulder, you know what I mean, it was only about that much of the pencil broke off into my shoulder when we got in the cell, you know what I mean, because the police, they just sit in a booth, and it's a glass booth, and they can see into this side, and then they can see into this side. But they ain't coming in there. They ain't coming in there, especially when it's cracking. They got the buzzer going off. They calling all their friends down. The whole little cubicle is glass. This is the crow's nest. This is where the cops sit and watch everything in this tank. It fills up with cops. It's filled with like 20, 30 cops. We still in there, you know what I mean? Fighting for our lives. You know what I mean? Mother, you knocking somebody down, and there's 2 people behind you hitting you in the back of the head. And we fighting, and I'm telling you, I saw a whole crowd, you know what I'm saying? And then I seen the black flat top in the middle of the crowd, and I seen the trash can go flying over. And this is, you know what I'm saying, like a 33-gallon plastic Rubbermaid trash can going flying, you know what I mean, with trash in it, trash falling out. And you know what I'm saying, people swinging with whatever they can, you know what I mean, they got their hands on us. And the little pencils, they give us pencils this big. So you stab me with a pencil like that and got that much of it to break off under my skin. Now I got poked with pencils like 4 or 5 times. It was vicious because, you know what I'm saying, there was a lot of them and they knew, you know what I mean, they was ready and we didn't know. We wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it was all behind some BS. Koolaid was tripping, you know what I'm saying, on the phone and was trying to get on the phone when the dude was on the phone and it was all over something stupid. And, you know. But Kool-Aid, he was a cool dude, and he came straight up, and he was like, "Man, look, I don't have a hood. I ain't from San Diego. I don't remember exactly where he was from. It was somewhere in back down south. You know what I mean? But he was hella solid, solid as rock. You know what I mean? Ready for whatever, down. You know what I mean? He was a real deal. And you know what I'm saying? I respected that he came, you know what I'm saying, straight up. Like, man, he didn't claim and fake the funk and lie and say he was from here or there and make some shit up just to fit in. He came straight up raw, like, man, look, this is, you know what I'm saying, this is what I am, this is what I am, this is what I get down, this is what I, man, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker can't do nothing but respect that. Real is real, real recognized real. The dude was solid. I respected him. You know what I mean? Kool-Aid, wherever you at, keep your head up, player. Hopefully you see this one day. You know, I hope he's out there doing well. Hope all is well. But all right, so that one we gonna keep it short for the night. But look, I'm gonna hit you on the next one. Holla at me, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share this with somebody. It helps my numbers. You know what I mean? All my people help me out. You know what I mean? Share this. Share it with me. Share it with yourself. Share it with somebody. All right, y'all. Thank you.